Hello, Tara here. Um, so I had said that this weekend I was going to work on little page kits from the Mercy Tiara new kit Joy. That was supposed to be here on Friday. No surprise, it did not come on Friday, so it comes tomorrow. So I still have 3 of the page kits left that I'd made up from Gather. So I thought I would try and work on maybe 1 or 2 today. So this is what I pulled for one of them. Oh, and I'm also trying out another little light here just to see. It may or may not work. And I have another one that I could put on the other side, but I thought I'd try one first just before I move everything around to accommodate another light. Anyway, so what I think I want to do with this one is I have a sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch, but it's their premium sketches from November, so I can't show the sketch itself, but I can, and I'm not going to follow it exactly, so we'll just work away at it. But once I got looking at what I'd already pulled, I ended up seeing that I wanted a little bit more of this like bluey gray included, so I'm thinking I might try and use some of these, and maybe this is a title. So I do have some cutting to do. Oh, and I'm going to try, I just cleaned up, I have a whole, I don't even know what this is. I think it's like an egg carrier or something vintage thing, full of ribbon and trim from that I've been collecting for, 20 years. That is just sitting there gathering dust. So my plan is to kind of dive into that every few layouts and use some up. So this is a Maya Road Velvet trim that I had. I included it in a kit and I sold it in my store when I had that scrapbook store years ago. And the reason I liked this was that I tended to get a lot of the neutral colors and the type of fabrics that would absorb inks and paints, so that you could spray it. Like back then it was like the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists were really popular, and what else? The Studio Calico sprays, the Mr. Huey's. And then we were just kind of getting into the Diane Reevely, or Dilutions. Is that Diane Reevely? No, I get so confused. It might be Dina Wakley. Wait. The gloss sprays are Dina Wakley, so the other ones are Diana Reevely. Okay. Anyway, what was I talking? Get off on a tangent here. What else was just coming out? The Heidi Swap, the Diane, or the Dilutions. Anyway, there was some good ones back there, but they really, this velvet really takes the color well. But in this case, I wanted it for the neutral. Kind of, it's in between a yellow and a cream. So I thought it mixed in nice. Like it actually kind of picks up some of these, it's along the same, what's the word I'm looking for? Not saturated. It's the same color, but it's desaturated to what this golden yellow is. And I think it's pretty with the gold accents, and I'll probably splatter a little bit of gold on here, because why wouldn't you? And if I use this title, it's got the gold in the leaf. So I need to do some cutting. I think what I was thinking was maybe using, I don't know. I was thinking that one, or that one, or that one for the outer, maybe that one. And you know what I can do is I've still got the outer piece from the die cut that I did with my other layout. So why would you cut into another sheet when you can just use this guy? Which is why I saved it, because it's a perfect border, and then I can keep this sheet. Okay, that's one decision made. All right, so that we'll do that around the edge, and then I'm gonna have some business here and some business here. And And I think I want to either die cut or just cut some circly bits. Not sure if I want to use a die. Okay, well, I'm going to make some decisions and I'll be back when I've got stuff cut and we can start plonking everything down. One sec. Okay, so I've got stuff kind of cut out and kind of figured out where I wanted things. But if I'm using this as my background, stuff was really starting to blend in. So I wondered about just doing, because this is nice smooth cardstock, wondered about doing just some light stenciling. Now this is weathered wood. I think I haven't washed it, so I think it's salvage patina on there. It's close enough. You know what? Because I just want to match kind of that blue, that soft blue. So let's see what happens here. Now where do I want to put this? I think I want some, and I want it to run right off in spots. So, and if she don't work, she don't work, but why wouldn't it? So yesterday, if you guys haven't seen this yet, Shannon Allor, she has a new Facebook group called She's Crafty Kits, and basically it's just to talk about kits, make page kits and that kind of stuff. And she had like an open kind of a Zoom crop yesterday, so I went and hung out there for a little bit, and golly, it was nice to just hang out and crop with people again. I don't an all-day crop to pack up and go and drive is just not going to work for me these days. So that was perfect. I really enjoyed it, and I got like about 3 pages done. Well, not quite, but still. Now I am paying for it today. My back is killing me, but I'm not gonna go straight like I did yesterday. I thought I'd pop in for an hour, but golly, it was longer than that. But it was a fun, there weren't many people there because I think she just kind of did it last minute, which is probably going to be the case a lot of the time. She's a busy lady, and it's kind of whenever she can find a moment's peace from the sounds of it. But it was a couple people showed up, and it always blows my mind how you can be talking to somebody that lives like on the other side. Well, I don't think there was anybody from Canada. I think everybody was just from the States, and Atlanta, and Shannon's in Michigan, and the other gal was from, shoot, that's awful. I know I asked everybody, and classic Tara not paying attention. I know it was further down and kind of one more western. Some people had lived in, I want to say, Seattle at one point. Anyway, it was just everybody comes from different walks of life, and it's interesting to hear what stage of life everybody's at. Some had grandkids, some have kids. Well, Shannon's got kids getting married. Mine aren't quite there yet, but we're getting there. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to push. Not my business. I didn't like people telling me what to do at that age, so whatever they do is fine. I think that's good. And you know what? Maybe we will just, instead of distressing edges, which is something I would normally do, I think I'm going to ink edges today. What? Craziness. Now, I don't want to use one of these for inking edges, though. I'll get a foam situation out. Okay. Now, the only thing with oxide is it does take a hot minute to set up. Now, do I have a clean sponger, a semi-clean sponger that I can use? What's up here? Good enough. see. Just want a little something around the edges. So that was a nice, I had been invited to go with some friends. There was a Christmas market. Well, there was a bunch of stuff going on yesterday. There was Christmas markets and floral open houses, and which is typically stuff that I really enjoy, but I just can't do the long periods of walking, and then I didn't want them to feel like they had to leave early because of me or miss out on something. So hopefully in a couple of months I'll get myself sorted. I said that back in July and we're still working on it, but maybe we'll have a Christmas miracle. And I don't like when you can see like a line. Seems silly, doesn't it? Okay. Now, do I want to, I don't think I want to use this on the darker papers though, because I think it's going to look too light. So I think we will go in with good old hickory smoke distress. Oy, 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 Tara. Hang on to her. Okay, where is good enough? All right, let's do this one. This might take a while. You know what? I'm just I'm gonna ink my edges off camera. Actually, you know what? I haven't done a sped up dealio. Let's try that. Okay. I'm gonna speed her up right now. Okay, let's see if this works or not. Everything's a test today. If it goes about as well as the lighting, we're in trouble, guys. Okay, so obviously just inking up a storm there. I'm so used to distressing my edges that I find that it looks so odd when I don't. Sometimes I take washi tape and go around the edges of when I've got gutted pieces in the back. This time I just took some Scotch tape and went around it because there were so many rough edges. I should have probably cut that the edges off, but I didn't. Just showing there that I didn't like where that little piece of yellow was showing. I wanted the orange to be on either edge. And I'm going to use a bit of glue here because of that ink. I find that regular adhesive doesn't work the best, like a tape runner, if you're trying to attach to a background that has the oxide ink on it. So just it's easier just to plop a bit of glue on, and that the art glitter glue dries very quickly and doesn't seem to be very moisture heavy, so there's not much buckling. For the darker pieces, the darker strips there, what I did was I used the 6x8 pads, and the same with that circle piece. I just cut just under a 6-inch circle and then cut it not quite in half, but kind of, I don't know, not even 2/3, but so that I could have a piece of the circle for 2 spots there. Now I had cut my pieces, my bigger plaid strips, realized once I had my dark piece that that lower strip was going to be too too narrow for what I wanted it, so I cut it up the middle, and we're just going to stretch it because that darker piece on the bottom section is going to be longer than that strip, so you're not going to be able to tell that I've busted apart. And I seem to have the worst time getting this lined up. You'd think it would be easy with plaid, but for whatever reason, yeah. And that art glitter glue dries fast, so you gotta be on your toes. So this also was taken from the 6x8 pad, but in a minute here I'm going to show where I've joined it. So I just, yeah, and on the front there, I tried to join it up in a spot that it wasn't quite so noticeable. So when you lay it down, you can hardly see it, or I think you can hardly see it. And, yep, got her crooked. In the end, you'll see there's so much jazz over top of it that you really don't, you don't see that join at all. But it's just a way to utilize your 6x8 pads, and then you get that smaller motif as well. Like the florals are a more delicate size, and it just, and the same with the pattern that I used for the circles. It's a smaller, so you get to see the little deer and the little trees a little bit better. And there's Alfie. So I just taped my photo onto the back of that, or like at the back. So there's no glue on the photo, it's just a bit of tape on the back of the photo attaching it to the frame. And I'm just Frankensteining a bunch of pieces of just regular foam on there to pop it up. I bought a whole pack of 8.5 by 11 foam from Amazon, so it's not adhesive at all, but it's nice big sheets, so if you need a sheet you can use it, and you can cut her down however you like. Okay, I think that's a good start, and I like how that blue matches in nicely with the blues in the papers. I did pull, this is not one of the papers that I had originally pulled. I pulled this from the 6x8 paper pad that was in the Small But Mighty kit. Just the scale was a little smaller, and it had a little more of that blue that I kind of wanted to bring out. And this is a photo of little Alfie getting his first fall leaf of the year. He was born in November of last year, so I don't know how much he got out. Probably not a whole lot outside when there was still leaves to play with, so the leaves were chasing him that day. He was a little concerned with the situation. So now we have to add a title and some bits and bobs. Oh, I was going to add in that trim. See what happens? I'll get completely done something and then realize that I didn't add in what I was thinking. Oopsies, it's still wet. Okay, let's start up here. Maybe have this one go all the way across. Yeah. Let's just clean up this edge. And I think I will use score tape rather than glue. Where did I put it? Huh. Oh, you sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Now, maybe I should think about if I'm going to put any embellishments on top, because you don't want that extra. I think I can work around it. Okay, so let's have this go like this. And it's nice having those plaid lines on, because it does your work for you. Did I cut it, but did I do a good job? I probably should have cut more like this. actually, it might not matter because I like to have it end, if it's this type of situation, I like to have it end with the same. Okay. So lots of, I mean, there's lots of fall crafting going on, but we're gearing up for the Christmassy stuff, huh? Do people do December dailies? I've tried different times. Is that a mark on there? Could be anything. God knows this stuff's been around a while. I've tried a couple of times and I never I never can manage to get through it. Like I might get a day or two into it and then I was like, we're not doing enough for it to even be interesting, so why bother, type of thing. Push this back. Lovely. Okay, so then maybe I'll put this on for a minute. The stuff I'd picked to go on, got these little hearts, couple of puffy leaves, and this is a foam piece. And I wanted to use this as the title, but I want to put some of this along there. Do I want to? I'll maybe have it overlap, otherwise it's a weird. Forgot to distress this. Kind of looks distressed, but not really. These are cute little frames, though, with the stitching on them. I dig them. I don't even want to say how many I have in my collection here. I've been buying, and then, as per usual, forget that I have them. Okay, let's just do this little bit here. So you will run. I do want it to tuck under. Is this still going to move? A little bit, a little bit. So that's about the length of the score tape. Let's just make it a little bit shorter. Ooh, I watched, do people subscribe to Janet Madison's Patreon? It is excellent. It's $1 a month, or is it more now? It's stupid cheap. It's well worth it for sure. Today she was doing her, what's she called? 4 for 4, but it's a fancy one. And she was just pulling out some of the current lines that we're working with these days. And she's great for pulling out older lines that I never think would match. And you've used it. You used it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago and stuck it away because you never used it all up. You used what you wanted to, and then that was that. There were some collections that she pulled out that matched that I would never have thought of, and I can't wait to dig around and see what I've got, because I know I have a couple of them, and there was a couple that I know I had, but I can't remember if I used them up, because there were some that I didn't have a lot of, but man, they matched up so nice. Okay, I like that. Then let's bump this guy up just a skosh, because there's some dead space there that we can play with. Now for that, let's pull out our 3mm foam squares from American Crafts, so that we have some good height. I only need it there and there. Do we need one more maybe? So this doesn't fall down and stick and look stupid. Now, is that going to stay up enough? Probably. Yeah, so Janet Madison, that's RTS scrapbooking, record the story. I believe there's a Facebook group. Might be lying. There is a Facebook group, but I don't know that Janet has anything to do with that. I think one of them was an offshoot of the other. I thought I might put this up a little bit on some foam, just some 1mm foam. But she puts, I mean, for even if it's $2 a month, she puts out so much good content. Lots of, like, honestly, that's how I kind of got reinvigorated again with the scrapbooking about a year ago, a little over a year ago. I don't know how I stumbled across one of her videos, and this was, I can't remember if she's still got some on regular YouTube. She might. And it was about, I think it was one of the ones she does about organizing paper by mood and feel instead of just by collection, and you know, different starting points as far as a layout. And I tell you what, it was, you know, even if you've been scrapbooking, and I've been scrapbooking over 20 years now, you can always learn something from somebody else. And she, I don't know, she just shows different ways to do it, and it makes for really interesting watching and different ways to look at what you've got and not necessarily feel like you've got to go out and buy new all the time. Okay, now, what else do we want to put on here? I think I want something there, maybe something here. I had this pulled and this one, but I feel like, so this is Fall Fever Echo Part. This Cartabella. This is the American Crafts. This is Echo Park, and I feel like it just fights. So I might not use those. Let's look at these. Now, does that look too teal now? I thought it was a really good match for what was in there, but now that I've got more of that blue on, it fights a little bit. Well, I guess if we've got a few going, it makes a little more sense. Let's see, where should we put them? Maybe one up here. What do we got under there? Let's grab some more of that thick. Now, I want it to cover a little bit. Let's put it like this. Actually, let's cut it because I just feel like it's maybe a little overkill for one little doodad. That should tuck in there nice. Let's see. Here, yeah. Come on. Perfect. I like that. So we've got some circular bits, some square bits. What if I use this one down here because there's no words on it, and it makes it a little. Don't like how cockeyed that top part looks, though. Can I get it off without bending it? I don't want to bend. Nope. All right, so we just hide. We can't bend it, we hide it. Or if we can't not bend it. Maybe, no. Drat. Kind of like it right in here. So let's cut off this little bit so it lays a bit nicer. And leave that little bit of foam on. Or not. Because if we go down like that, that's good. All right, so let's put just a smidgen of some glue try to disguise that offset circle almost like we meant it to be. Now we've got two things there. We almost need a third something. Don't like that. Maybe over here on this side, down like that. How high do I have to make you so you don't? Where did I say I was going to do that? There? There. There? There. Well, shoot, now that's going to be really high, isn't it? No, that's okay. I think I want to put, though, just get one tiny little 2mm piece, row on this very bottom part so it doesn't tip over. There, that's a nice little cluster. Now, so two, maybe down in here. I'm really going away from the sketch at this point, but that's fine. So, do we want to use anything like this? I don't know. No. Golden skies, crisp nights, falling leaves, or these are the days. Kind of like this one. And again, she's cockeyed. What went on? Were they drunk when they were putting these together? Guys. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. So, that still looks off. You're coming off, baby. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Okay. I think we could just maybe disguise this little join here. Not that, I mean, you have to disguise it, but that seems like a good spot to go. Little bit of glue. And then we will put this guy on, but straight. So what time is it? It's 2:30. I believe I will have to take food to the field. It's quite a nice day today, and they're working at the corn. All right, now I need something heavy for that. What do I have that's heavy? Are you heavy-ish? Yeah. Okay. Now let's work on this little cluster here. I could do tags. No, I don't like that. Or we could not be crazy overboard and just do maybe some of these smaller embellishments. A couple hearts there. And here. Is you stuck? Don't tell me I put it on crooked. Do not even. Oh no, it's because there's only one, like, okay, I need a little, how thick is that? Probably a 2er. I need a 2er under here. I did 2 2ers. Alright, nope. Doggone it. Tara, get it together. Alright, stay. Now, I had 5 hearts pulled total, so true. Where'd that other little guy go to? Oh, here. We'll just do one over here. And then I've got some of these little leafy guys. See, I could do that. Leaves are falling and autumn are calling. But now I've got too many that it's too... This is curling. Daggone it. I'm going to really have to... You know what? I'm going to, instead of relying on that glue in that one dot, we're going to put some in the corners to make sure she stays. It's on Facebook. So just before, well, not just before, when I was going to university, and then after I was married, I worked at a resort. And one of the things that I kind of looked after was the Christmas decorating. So, and it was fun. She just posted this weekend the deck. Oh, that's gotta hang down maybe. They've already started decorating because they have Christmas parties coming in and stuff, so they have to do it a little bit earlier than you would normally maybe think about it. And that's enough up there. We'll do 2 here. And then this nice goldy colored one down in the bigger grouping somewhere. Maybe just off by himself. Yeah, little fella. All right, let's glue these puppies down. What was my point? Oh, yeah. So you would, the dining room staff and the pub staff did their own areas, but we would do the conference areas and the lobby. And they had those huge trees, and I like to go up and down every branch with the lights. And so there were some late nights spent decorating, and it was fun. Kind of got me nostalgic for those days. But we move on. I don't know exactly if I'm going to do any decorating here at home this year. I just don't know if it's worth the energy I'm going to have to put out, because yeah. Although it would give me a good chance to go through and sort out and purge my Christmas decorations, which needs to be done. All right. Do we need anything else? Or is that kind of good? I know I wanted to do some gold splatters. Oh, I was just watching a sacrilege. I was watching Tracy Banks, or aka Mercy Tiara. And where did my gold go? She spilled a big blob of her gold color shine. I thought she was going to cry. She was trying to pipette it up. Anyhow, I've got her paused. I'll have to go back and see what she did. But as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, and then I spilled my pop. I had a pop can going here. Now where's mine? It has wandered off. That's not right. I used it yesterday. Where do you suppose I set it? I either put it away or I put it right here. Huh. Maybe Tracy snuck over from Nova Scotia and swiped it when I wasn't looking. Huh. Did I put it in the wrong spot? Oh, settle down. Here we go. We got her. I just put her in with the wrong stuff. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I wonder if I have a bunch of sprays and stuff still in boxes. And I wonder if I've got any more of this. I should stop wondering and just go look. Anyway, I hope, surely to goodness, somebody will come out with one of these sprays that everybody likes to replace. Wowie, that was a blob. to replace this one. I know some people like the Jen Hadfield one. I never got that one. There's a lot of the shimmers that are very similar, but they're the ones that you have to add the water to, so it's kind of an extra step. This one's just nice because you pull it out and go wah wah wah, and you done. All right, this area here needs something, doesn't it? And what shall it be? Almost need like journaling or something, but I don't know quite what to say about this little fella on his leaf, other than he's eating a leaf. I might add something later on, but I'm gonna have to think about that, and I'm not gonna make you watch me think because nobody wants to see that. But otherwise, I like it. I like that I added in that blue. I think that's pretty, the stenciling. I gotta do more inking and stenciling in mixed media. I always love it, but I just never do it. Well, I did today. Okay, guys, that's it. I might do one more today. I think I've got time. Clean this mess up a wee bit and get on with my day. Yeah. Anyway, what if I just put leaf in black? No, that's stupid. But I mean, I could fit just a smallish title up there. I better wait for my shimmer to dry though, my gold. I don't think I like that light now that I'm looking at it. I mean, well, oh, I just got glue on the bottom of this. Perfect. That's a great. Anyway, that looks all right, huh? So that's, let's see. I had 6 page kits made. I had 2 left, but I made 1 more. So that's so far 3, 4. That's 5 layouts so far with this kit. And I've got a ton left yet. So anyway, we'll try and get 1 more done today. See how that goes. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hope you are having a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.